good, guys? It's Kyle here again from Sound Progression, and we're carrying on from the last video, from where we downloaded our kit. So once you downloaded it and put it in a folder on your desktop, all you have to do is go to options and just click one of these folder icons and navigate to the folder. So if you're a Windows user, you'll have to click on your username and go down to desktop, and then just find the folder from there. But anyway, let's get into it. So this is a sound progression kit, and how you load sounds up in FL Studio is you left click on a sound and you drag it in like that. You see what I mean? So I've already loaded the sounds up to save a little bit of time, and what we're going to do is we're going to start with the snare, right? So when it comes to making beats in FL Studio, and beats in general, in fact, there's 4 beats in a bar, generally speaking, and these are represented by the colors. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can see, there's 4 beats in a bar, and each color change represents the next beat as such. So when you count like 1, 2, 3, 4, that's what that's like translating to in a visual sense on the screen, right? So when it comes to making trap beats, snare always hits on the 3rd beat of the bar. So that would be this one here. Or if you want to count squares, it'd be the 9th square. So next thing we're going to do is make sure we're in pattern 1, and make sure pattern 1 is selected over here. And we're going to put that on the 9th, and we're going to left click. Well, actually first, make sure your paint tool is selected. We're going to left click and drag that for 4 bars. We're going to click play. Make sure you gotta make sure that your mode is in song to play everything from this playlist. But if it's on pattern, it'll only play what's going on in that pattern selected. So for now, we're going to go into song mode, and we're going to hit play. Cool. So as you can tell, very exciting drum pattern, mind-blowing stuff, right? So we're going to get onto the hats right away. So we're going to scroll up when you're hovering over this pattern box. We're going to left click and draw a pattern 2 in, and right click on close hi-hat, and we're going to open in the piano roll. So so we want to make sure our cell mode is selected, and just drag this note out to 2 little squares if it's not already set like that. And to change note length, just hover at the end of the note and just drag it left and right. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull that all the way across till we get to the 2nd bar, like that. And to highlight, we're going to click Control and left click, and you just drag over the notes you want to highlight. And to duplicate, this is a very useful shortcut. Click Shift on your keyboard, and as you're holding Shift down, left click with your mouse and drag. So we're going to do that twice, so that we got a 4-bar loop. So if we go back to the playlist now, we can see that the hi-hats are, the pattern for the hi-hat is 4 bars long, and we got 4 1-bar sections for the snare. So it all mathematically adds up. So, and when we're making beats in general, we tend to work in 4 and 8 bars. So always bear that in mind. And we'll play and see what's going on. Nice and simple. So we can add a little bit of variety to this. We can change note lengths and add extra notes in, like that. That's right. So we can change note lengths like that, and if you want to change to even quicker notes, and this is common in trap music, click this magnet tool. We're going to go to half step, and for now we're going to pick a note that falls on the beat. And if you remember the color thing I just mentioned about about beats being 4 beats in a bar, they're represented here with these lines going down. You see these bolder lines? Those are representing each beat in the bar. So for now, we're going to put some faster notes on a on beat. You see what I mean? So just follow along and just left click and drag across with your paintbrush tool selected, and we'll play that. You can in fact draw that for the whole length of the beat, and maybe put another one here, but this time we can go down in pitch. And this time we can go up in pitch, and maybe halfway through change it down. And you don't have to always do it on beat. You can do it as a half beat. So like this would be a half beat note, because this starts halfway between the beat from here to here, you see. So we're going to do that by here, and we'll go up in pitch like this, and maybe one after going back down. Here we are. So it's just a case of messing around, placing shorter notes in different places, changing the pitch and notes, and even try using the different steps as well, because those will give you like shorter notes again. So it's definitely worth playing with. We have velocity inputs here. So say if you want to change the volume of certain notes, but not I say notes, certain notes, yeah. So certain values here, we can do that like this. Maybe do something a bit more gradient like that. So you can just mess around and just find whatever works for you. But yeah, so what we're going to jump onto now is the kick drum. So we're going to go into pattern 3. So hover over the pattern box up here, pull up to pattern 3, and we'll do the same thing, just draw one box in, right? And for kicks, they're very simple. They usually only fall between, like, on beat or halfway between a beat. So that would be on beat there, and that would be halfway between a beat, like that. So we're gonna for now we're just gonna put 2 kicks on beat, so on the 1 and the 4, and again. So it's not too interesting, but it sounds right. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some kicks in between. You see what I mean? So on half beats, and you'll feel a different sort of pulse, a different sort of rhythm, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna add that. Try that. You can either do stutters like this, but yeah, that's a simple overview of how to program drums in FL Studio. Mess around with the placement of the kicks as well, but when it comes to trap music, they generally tend to fall on the on beat and halfway between beats like that. But mess around, have a little play with different rhythms. Again, play with the hi-hats as well. You might want to change pitch of things. Feel free to, you know, be creative, explore. You'll find what works for yourself. You'll find what sounds good. And yeah, so I hope everyone found this useful. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video, and make sure you practice.